Welcome back, everyone. Today we have the Nokia 105 2023. As you see this device, I have actually imported from my trip in Europe, and I'm really excited to showcase to you what it looks like. I tested the call quality in Europe and also the text messaging capability. I have reset the device since, but I'll showcase kind of like a tour of the software and give you my opinions. When it comes to the basic functionality of this phone, if you're looking for something that can make calls and send text, this is a good performer for about, I believe, 25 euros, so about $30. And of course, it doesn't work well here in the United States, but it does work in Europe. So if you're looking for a phone in Europe or outside of the United States, this may be a good, very basic and good battery life device. So let's kind of start with the tour of the device. First of all, it does have a micro USB, so a little bit of an older technology, sadly. And it does have a 3.5mm headphone jack right here. On the top, it does have a flashlight, which is a welcome addition. And the device is running S30 Plus, also known as Thread X revamped by Nokia. But essentially, it has most of the basic features like call logs, missed calls, received calls, dial numbers, delete, recent call list, call duration, things like that. Then you can go to contacts, which names, family dialing, search, add a contact, delete, settings, and there, of course, you have your contacts, memory status, and that's pretty much it. You can also screen a couple of things, and you can add numbers here if you feel like they are scammers. So that is definitely a welcome improvement. You have an alarm, which set alarm, alarm tone, time settings. Then you have a radio, which works only with the headset, as you see right there, or works best with the headset, rather. It will still play a couple of things. You have messages, which are non-threaded. It does have that inbox system once again, so you are not going to be sending back and forth. And it still does not have the ability to send group text messages. So no group text messages for this device. And it has about 250 text messages that you can use. You have the flashlight right there. Let me put it on. It comes on. You can put it off right there. You have Snake. You have a calendar, which is very, very basic. And it holds probably about 2 weeks worth of content. So that is a little bit of a bummer, but it's better than nothing. You do have a basic calculator, settings, Tetris. You do have Racing Attack, Crossy Road, Blackjack, Doodle Jump, and Arrow Master. These games you cannot uninstall, but they're non-intrusive and they're not collecting anything. The nice thing is that it doesn't have a browser, so if you're looking for something very simple, I think this device can help you reduce a lot of your usage because it's just calls and text messages. Based on Thread X and S30 Plus, as Nokia calls it, it's, again, very simple to use. You do have a couple of extra settings here for the ringtone, display settings, backlight. You can go up and brightness right there. Standby screen profiles, which you can have the silent, discreet, loud, my style, time settings, date settings, then call settings, and then phone settings, language, keyboard. The language has a lot of them because this was definitely based in Europe. So if you get it from Europe, you'll get English, French, Italian, Turkish, German, Danish, Dutch. I think that's Finnish. Then you have from Icelandic, Norway, I believe, and this is Swedish. So it does have a lot of different things available to you. You have some security settings. You can go to settings. You can also factory reset. You can organize, a lot of the different abilities in there. So let's talk about some of the extra features that are not necessarily on the software. One thing that I would like to mention is the call quality. I used it in Germany with Aldi Talk, which uses the O2 network. I also use it with Vodafone, and I used it with Telecom. So it works perfectly in Germany, and then it roams perfectly also in the Netherlands. Those are the two countries that I was able to test this out. But the call quality, I will give it probably a 7 or a 7.5 out of 10. It's very decent. You can be heard on the other side, and it does have different modes. So for example, this one is a 4G LTE device, but you can, if you go to the phone settings and the network, I think it only shows up when the SIM card is here. But when you insert the SIM card, you do have the ability to put it on 2G, 3G, or 4G LTE mode. And that is extremely helpful if you know that you still have a good, decent coverage of 2G in your area, because the battery life is going to last way longer. So this device lasted to me during my whole trip since I bought it for about 5 days without any issues. And I tested with a couple of phone calls and things like that, but nothing crazy. You know, I wasn't using it all day. Because it didn't have a lot of the extra features. It does have a radio, but it didn't have a lot of the other utilities that I'm used to, like podcasting or maps. So I wasn't stress testing anything, and it doesn't have a full-fledged music player, so I wasn't able to use that and test that. But if you're looking for something extremely simple for phone calls and text messages, this is great. That's going to have a very good battery life, especially if you put it on 2G or 3G mode, if you still have that coverage. And if not, 4G LTE should still give you good 2 to 3 days. It doesn't have a camera, but the Nokia 110 does have a camera, and it's essentially the same device, although that one does bring, as far as I know, a browser, which you can quote unquote search things. Now, one more thing that I'd like to mention is the reliability of the device is going to be very good. Build quality is good. These are a little bit of rubbery material, but the clickiness is very nice. And you know, you can get around the device very easily. It costs very little, so about 25 euros on Amazon. And again, it has a lot of the main features that you are expecting from a basic device from Nokia. Here, I'll show you the snake game. And right there, you can play it when you get bored, but that's the most distraction that you will get from this device. If you have any questions about this device or any of the other devices that I have reviewed, make sure to place them in the comment section, and I'll be interacting with you guys. Thank you for watching this video, and hopefully it served you to give an overview of Nokia 105 and to tell you that it is a good device if you're looking for calls and texts. Only something super basic, not looking to extract any extra things from it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.